members, please take your seats. I note that the hour has come and the quorum is present. All visitors, please retire outside the council chambers. Please put your cell phones on vibrate and or silence. Thank you. To give our invocation this morning, the chair recognizes Dr. Damon B. Jones, Sr., pastor of the Bible Way Baptist Church. He is here today as guest of Councilmember Curtis Jones, Jr. I will ask all members and guests to please rise. Pastor Jones, the floor is yours.
If every head would bow and every eye close. Dear Heavenly Father, I come before you in the name of Jesus Christ our Lord. We gather before you on this day with humility, with gratitude, as we acknowledge that every good and perfect gift comes directly from you. And so we pause on this day, this beautiful day with which you have blessed us, to thank you for the gift that is the city of Philadelphia. We thank you for its rich history, its amazing resilience, the diversity of its people, and the hope of its promises. You said in your word that we are to seek the peace and the prosperity of the city, for when the city prospers, we all prosper. And so today we lift up this city, every neighborhood, every community, every block, every family that calls Philadelphia their home. We pray for Mayor Parker and Council President Johnson, for City Council in its entirety, for every elected official and every individual who is entrusted with leadership and responsibility and decision-making, and most of all, integrity. And in lifting the leadership of this city, I pray on this day that you would grant them wisdom beyond their experience, clarity in moments of complexity and confusion, and courage to do what is right, even when it is not easy or politically expedient to do so. We pray that you would let justice roll down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream in this city, that he has given birth to an entire nation. Where there is division, we pray that you will bring unity. Where there is confusion, bring clarity. Where there is harm, bring healing. But please, dear God, allow that every policy considered, every vote taken be guided by a spirit of equity, compassion, accountability, and common sense. And so we pray that the voices of the most vulnerable in this city be heard in this chamber, the poor, the overlooked, our seniors, the victimized, the marginalized, the incarcerated, our youth, and every family that struggles through economic instability. We pray for peace in our streets, safety in our communities, and restoration in places that have seen trauma and loss, violence, addiction, destruction, and devastation. And so we simply pray that you would strengthen those on the front lines, community leaders, public servants, all who labor and fight daily for the good of this city. And please, God, remind us all that leadership is not about titles and power or even about publicity, but about serving the people who showed up at the polls, waited in line, and voted. May it be that what is done here today reflect not just political will, but moral, ethical, and above all, spiritual responsibility. So bless this session. Order every step, guard every heart, control every word, and may everything done today be for the good of the people and ultimately for the glory of your name. For we do ask it in the matchless and the mighty name of Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
The chair thanks the pastor for the invocation. Council will be at ease. Council will be at ease. The next order of business is the approval of the journal of the meeting of Thursday, March the 19th. The chair recognizes Majority Leader Catherine Gilmore Richardson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the journal of the meeting of Thursday, March 19th, 2026 be approved.
It has been moved and properly seconded that the journal of the meeting of Thursday, March the 19th of 2026 stand approved. All those in favor will indicate by saying aye. Those opposed, the ayes have it, and the journal is approved. The next order of business is request for leave of absence, and the chair recognizes Majority Leader Catherine Gilmore Richardson.
Thank you, Mr. President. On behalf of the majority, a leave of absence is requested for council members Landau and Gaudier.
The chair thanks the Majority Leader. Leave will be granted. The chair recognizes Minority Leader Councilmember Kendra Brooks.
Thank you, Council President. I would like to request a leave of absence for Minority Whip Nicholas O'Rourke.
Thank you very much. The chair thanks the Minority Leader. Leave will be granted. The chair now recognizes Majority Leader Catherine Gilmore Richardson for a motion concerning certain legislative matters that may arise during the course of today's session of council and that were not listed on the calendar circulated prior to today's council session.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that any of the following matters, if considered today, may be added to the agenda for this session of council and as required by law, subsequently published on an amended agenda after the consideration of those matters. Resolutions authorizing hearings, amendments to bills on first reading, the reconsideration of a bill vetoed by or recalled from the mayor, amendments to bills recalled from the mayor, resolutions taking substantive action to be voted on in this session, a motion to withdraw a bill or resolution that is not on the calendar, and a motion placing a bill or resolution on or returning a bill or resolution from the suspension calendar that is not listed on today's calendar. The purpose of this motion is to provide the public with notice concerning possible actions by council that arose too late to be included on the calendar that was published prior to today's session.
It has been moved and properly seconded that the legislative matters stated by Majority Leader Catherine Gilmore Richardson may be added to the agenda for today should those matters arise during the course of this council session. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed? The ayes have it and the motion carries. The chair will dispense with the regular order of business to recognize the guests and visitors joining us in this council chambers this morning. On behalf of all members of City Council, I welcome you to our council session. We appreciate you taking the time to join us as we attend to the legislative affairs of our great city. We certainly invite you to come again. The chair recognizes Councilmember Dr. Nina Ahmed.
Thank you, Council President. It is my distinct honor and privilege to welcome the Taiwanese Ambassador, Mr. Tom Chi Chiang Lee, to this chamber today. I would also like to recognize the presence of Mr. James Shea, President of the Taiwanese Association of Americans, Greater Philadelphia. Ambassador Lee, on behalf of my colleagues on the City Council and the residents of Philadelphia, we are grateful for your presence here with us today. Taiwan and Philadelphia share a bond that goes well beyond diplomacy. Our Taiwanese American community has long been a cornerstone of the city. It is a vital and beloved part of who we are as a city. Thank you again for joining us. If you would please stand. Thank you, Council President.
You're welcome. Welcome to Philadelphia City Council. Chair recognizes Councilman Ketsi Lazada.
Thank you, Council President. This morning, I'd like to welcome to Chambers students from Esperanza Cyber Academy. They're here to see their government at work.
Welcome to City Council. Can we give our young people a round of applause, please? At this time, the chair recognizes Councilmember Dr. Anthony Phillips, who will present a resolution honoring and recognizing Chief Inspector Nicholas Smith for his distinguished service to community, center, and leadership, and his unwavering commitment to public safety in the city of Philadelphia. With Chief Inspector Smith and those accompanying him, join Councilmember Dr. Anthony Phillips at the podium. Joining Councilman Dr. Anthony Phillips are Councilmember Ketsi Lazada, Councilmember Kendra Brooks, Councilmember Jim Harity, Councilmember Mike Driscoll, and Councilmember Squilla. The floor is yours, Dr. Phillips.
Thank you so much, Council President. In the city of Philadelphia, there are officers and there are administrative officers and commanders that exist, but there are also ones who go beyond the call of duty. And Chief Inspector Nicholas Smith, who served as Inspector Nicholas Smith, also as Captain Smith, for many residents in Philadelphia's 9th District, was beyond someone who went beyond the call to duty. When you were looking for somebody that really understood the importance of community connection, collaboration, and also being responsive, it was Nicholas Smith always being there for our community. And in a short synopsis before I go into the resolution, I just want to say in a few seconds, I met Nicholas Smith one day when there was, unfortunately, there was a crowd of young people gathering outside of Findlay at night, and there was a lot going on. And I was like, who is this guy coming to my car? Because I'm out here, trying to figure this out. But he was able to be so calm with understanding the situation and was able to help quickly resolve getting these young people back safely into their homes. He is beloved by members of community members by Northwest Philadelphia. We miss him, but we're thankful for the fact that the Philadelphia Police Department has promoted him to leadership, and he's patient, because to be honest with you, this was well-deserving many, many years ago, and he really just cares about doing a great job, and he deserves to be recognized. Let's give him a round of applause, everyone. All right. Honoring and recognizing Chief Inspector Nicholas Smith for his distinguished service, community-centered leadership, and unwavering commitment to public safety in the city of Philadelphia. And also, I would be remiss to recognize Deputy Commissioner Massey, who worked closely with him, and Deputy Commissioner Rosario, who's here in support of them as well, and all of the officers who know him very well that are here today too. All right.
Whereas Chief Inspector Nicholas Smith has built a distinguished career with the Philadelphia Police Department, serving the people of this city with professionalism, integrity, and steadfast commitment to public safety. And whereas Chief Inspector Smith has consistently approached policing as a partnership with the community, emphasizing visibility, accessibility, and open communications with the cornerstone of effectiveness, equitable and just law enforcement. And
whereas, as Inspector of Northwest Patrol Division, Nicholas Smith has worked to strengthen trust, collaboration, and safety throughout Northwest Philadelphia, engaging residents, businesses, faith leaders, and community stakeholders as true partners in building a safer and more resilient neighborhood. And
whereas in May 2025, Nicholas Smith was promoted to the rank of Chief Inspector, reflecting his record of exemplary service, dedicated leadership, and ongoing commitment to the innovative accountability and community-centered policing. And
whereas in his current role, Chief Inspector Nicholas Smith serves in a leadership capacity within the Northwest Division of the Philadelphia Police Department, overseeing multiple districts, including the 5th, 14th, 35th, and 39th police districts, and providing strategic direction, operational oversight, and guidance to ensure effective public safety services across our diverse communities. And
whereas Chief Inspector Smith has been widely recognized as a model of principled leadership, exemplifying what it means to serve with both strength and compassion, and setting a standard of fairness, accountability, and respect for the officers under his command. Now, therefore, be it
resolved that the Council of the City of Philadelphia hereby honors and recognizes Chief Inspector Nicholas Smith for his distinguished service, exemplary leadership, and unwavering dedication in strengthening public safety through meaningful community partnerships, and extends its sincere gratitude for his continued service to the residents of Philadelphia. Further resolved that an engrossed copy of this resolution be presented to Chief Inspector Nicholas Smith as evidence of the sincere respect and admiration and appreciation of this legislative body. Congratulations, Chief Inspector.
Inspector Smith, you can please approach the podium and make remarks.
Listen, I'm at a loss for words. I really am. I'm truly humbled at this recognition, so I want to thank the councilman, thanks council members, thank Deputy Commissioner Massey, Deputy Commissioner Rosario for being here today. Almost 26 years with the Philadelphia Police Department. I'm honored and privileged to be here. I'm honored to be serving the city for 26 years. I never thought I'd be here today in this role, but I'm here. Public safety is a priority for me. We have great residents of the city. We do experience problems at times, but it takes everybody in this room, literally everybody in this room, to do their part to make this city safer. So I appreciate, again, the recognition. I look forward to working with everybody in this room, continuing to make the city of Philadelphia safer. Thank you.
Council will be at ease. At this time, the chair recognizes Councilmember Isaiah Thomas, who will present a resolution on my behalf congratulating Donna Cooper on her retirement and recognizing her for her transformational leadership and lifelong advocacy for children in Philadelphia and across the state of Pennsylvania. With Donna Cooper and those accompanying her, please join Councilmember Isaiah Thomas at the podium. Joining Councilmember Thomas are the following members: Councilmember Dr. Anthony Phillips, Councilmember Brian O'Neill, Councilmember Kendra Brooks, Councilmember Ketty Lozada, Councilmember Mark Squilla, Councilmember Jim Harity, and Councilmember Mike Driscoll.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Council President. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Love the energy, folks. It's an honor to be here today to celebrate somebody who's done so much for children, an organization that's done so much for children and young people in the city of Philadelphia. So, Donna, thank you for being here with us. We know you're a little nervous, but you deserve this honor. And Council President, thank you for your leadership. Today, we are here to present a resolution congratulating Donna Cooper on her retirement and recognizing her transformational leadership and lifelong advocacy for children in Philadelphia and across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
Whereas, from a young age, Donna Cooper was an advocate. She first stepped into activism in the 4th grade, organizing a sit-in to protest a school policy prohibiting girls from wearing pants, an action that resulted in an immediate policy change and inspired a career dedicated to public service and policy reform on behalf of children and families.
And whereas from 1999 to 2002, Ms. Cooper served the city of Philadelphia as Deputy Mayor of Policy and Planning under Mayor Ed Rendell, where she ran the Greater Philadelphia Works program, one of the largest welfare to work initiatives in the nation, helping thousands of families to move towards economic self-sufficiency. And whereas in the 2000s, she founded and served as Executive Director of Good Schools Pennsylvania, a grassroots campaign that successfully elevated public education funding and accountability as a central issue in statewide elections. And
whereas from 2003 to 2010, Donna Cooper served as Secretary of Policy and Planning for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, a cabinet-level position in which she led major initiatives, including expanding health care coverage for children, advancing equitable school funding reforms, and helping to design Pennsylvania's landmark school funding formula. And whereas following her state service, Ms. Cooper worked as a senior policy fellow at the Center of American Progress, contributing to national policy work focused on economic opportunity and early childhood education. And
whereas in January 2013, she was appointed Executive Director of Public Citizens for Children and Youth, later renamed Children First PA, making the role that would become the capstone of her career. And whereas, after over 13 years at the helm of Children's First PA, Ms. Cooper grew the organization's budget sevenfold to approximately $7 million, expanded its reach and influence, and solidified its role as one of Pennsylvania's leading child advocacy organizations. And
whereas, under her leadership, Children First PA spearheaded transformative policy victories such as the lead safety protections, expanding early childhood education subsidies, and the Philadelphia Landmark Beverage Tax, which funds free pre-kindergarten, schools, and recreation centers. And whereas, in addition to her advocacy and public service, Ms. Cooper served as a professor at the Temple University in the Masters of Public Policy program, educating and mentoring future leaders in nonprofit management. And
whereas in 2025, Donna Cooper announced her retirement from Children's First PA, concluding a career marked by an unwavering commitment to placing children at the center of public decision-making, Now there be it be.
I have to remember that one, Councilman. Resolved by the Council of the City of Philadelphia, we hereby honor and congratulate Donna Cooper on her retirement, recognizing her extraordinary career of leadership, advocacy, and service on behalf of children and families. Be it further resolved that an engrossed copy of this resolution be presented to Donna Cooper as a symbol of the City Council's appreciation.
Congratulations. The chair recognizes Augustus Jordan.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you, Council President Johnson and distinguished council members for recognizing Donna's extraordinary legacy to the city of Philadelphia, and you heard a lot about that a minute ago. I'm A.J. Jordan, president of Vanguard's Foundation, but I'm honored to speak and say a few words as a longtime colleague and friend and mentee of Donna's. I actually met Donna when I worked for Children First 25 years ago. Hard to believe how fast time has flown. And she was at Good Schools, Pennsylvania at the time, creating an organizing campaign with everyday citizens to build pressure in Harrisburg to overhaul the Commonwealth's public education funding formula. And what I learned quickly, I think many of you in this chamber who've had the honor of working with Donna, is she's really a force of nature. In neighborhoods, engaging with parents and educators, organizing community forums and media events. In Harrisburg, bringing busloads of families to demand equity and fairness in children's policies. And she often, very much on brand, absolutely terrified elected officials. No one could match her intellect, wit, and masterful command of public policy. But what's most remarkable about Donna is she was just as effective as a change maker inside of government as she was outside of government as a community organizer and political organizer, from the neighborhood in Fishtown where she lives, to City Hall, to serving as Governor Rendell's right-hand leader on policy and planning. Donna's fingerprints are on the biggest child and family policy wins of the last generation. And I would say two quick things that really stand out to me as somebody who, again, has worked really closely and I've been a real friend to Donna for 25 plus years. She's always about the kids, right? She elevates community voices and keeps the work grounded in real lives and real results. And she operates with a sense of urgency and an unapologetic, courageous spirit, and sometimes takes real pleasure to go against the status quo on behalf of kids. At a time when courage is often in short supply, when too many of our leaders often lack courage, Donna's spirit and her unwavering commitment to children serves as an important model for all of us. So let me close out with this. I was reflecting on a poem, a short poem, very short poem, that I came across that I hadn't read in quite some time, that really captures to me the courageous and purposeful leadership that Donna has lived throughout her life and why we're celebrating her today. You know, more than 70 years ago, Dr. Benjamin Mays, an iconic civil rights leader, one of Dr. King's most trusted mentors, wrote a simple 54-word poem that still resonates today. I've only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. Forced upon me, can't refuse it, didn't seek it, didn't choose it. I must suffer if I lose it, give account if I abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but eternity is in it. This poem is about the legacy we leave with the minutes we're given. And at a time when too many children and families remain disconnected from economic opportunity, we can be grateful for leaders like Donna, who spent her minutes in life and in work improving the lives and life chances of Philadelphia's kids and families. So thank you, Donna, for your leadership, and thank you for this council for this great recognition.
Chair recognizes Donna Cooper.
I just want to thank City Council for taking the time today. The fact that you're recognizing my work and the work of Children First and the work of being a child advocate speaks more about you than it does about me. It shows that you make this a priority. And as you guys enter into another heated budget battle, I wanted to make sure you know that we have a message that fits you. And it says, City Council, do more for kids and the schools now. Mahatma Gandhi told us and called upon us all to be the change we want to be. Your jobs as council members is not easy. It's hard to be attacked for being a politician, but I respect you so much for getting in the game and using every day of your life to be the change you want to be. And Children First will remain working with you every day to do that for children. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Council will be at ease. Can we give Donna Cooper another real big round of applause? True advocate for our children. At this time, the chair recognizes Councilman Cindy Baz, who will present a resolution honoring and recognizing the women of the Philadelphia Sheriff's Office during Women's History Month 2026 for their tireless service, sacrifice, and invaluable contributions to the safety and well-being of the city of Philadelphia. Would Sheriff Bilal and those accompanying her please join Member Bass at the podium. Joining Member Bass are the following council members: Councilmember Mike Driscoll, Minority Leader Kendra Brooks, Councilmember Mark Squilla, Councilmember Dr. Nina Matt, Councilmember Jim Harity, and Councilmember Dr. Anthony Phillips. And I must say, I feel very safe today. I wish somebody would.
Good morning, everyone. The sheriff said, hurry up, she got to get back to work.
The chair recognizes Councilmember Cindy Bass. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. President. Well, it's an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to be able to recognize Sheriff Rochelle Bilal. And long before there were any titles before either of our names, we were by the title of friend and community activist and someone who was serving in our neighborhoods. So it's really an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to be able to present this citation today. And as we recognize Sheriff Rochelle Bilal, not just for the office she holds, but for the barriers she has broken and the commitment she continues to show in the face of intense public scrutiny.
Sheriff Bilal is a trailblazer, serving Philadelphia as a Black woman in a role where representation and leadership truly do matter. We've seen all the criticism, and let's be clear, accountability is essential, but the challenges facing the sheriff's office did not begin with Sheriff Bilal. Let's underscore that. We know that real reform takes time, persistence, and courage, and we can see that progress is being pursued, that hard conversations are happening, and that leadership is showing up in the face of pressure. Sheriff Bilal has done exactly that. We must also recognize how quickly narratives can overshadow service, especially in Black women's leadership. We can demand results while still acknowledging resilience and commitment. And all that to say, Sheriff Bilal continues to stand, to serve, and to push this city forward. And because that preservation deserves recognition, we are here to honor her with this resolution today. And the resolution reads, a resolution honoring and recognizing the women of the Philadelphia Sheriff's Office during Women's History Month 2026 for their tireless service, sacrifice, and invaluable contributions to the safety and well-being of the city of Philadelphia.
Whereas Women's History Month 2026 provides an opportunity to recognize and celebrate the historic achievements, leadership, and enduring contributions of women in Philadelphia's public service throughout the city of Philadelphia.
Whereas, under the leadership of the Honorable Rochelle Bilal, the Philadelphia Sheriff's Office continues to uphold its vital mission of safeguarding the courts, maintaining public safety, and faithfully executing the responsibilities entrusted to the office, and
whereas all the women of the Philadelphia Sheriff's Office serve with distinction across all ranks and divisions, demonstrating excellence, professionalism, and integrity in every aspect of their duties, and
whereas during times of staffing shortages and heightened operational demands, these women have shown exemplary, extraordinary resilience, unwavering commitment, and a steadfast dedication to ensuring the uninterrupted performance of the office's critical responsibilities, and
whereas their leadership, collaboration, strength, and perseverance embody the highest standards of public trust and civic responsibility, serving as an inspiration to colleagues and to the citizens of Philadelphia. Now, therefore, be it
resolved by the Council of the City of Philadelphia that it hereby recognizes and honors the women of the Philadelphia Sheriff's Office during Women's History Month 2026 for their tireless service, sacrifice, and invaluable contributions to the safety and well-being of the city of Philadelphia, and
be it further resolved that an engrossed copy of this resolution be presented to the Honorable Rochelle Bilal on behalf of the women of the Philadelphia Sheriff's Office as a lasting expression of our sincere gratitude and appreciation of the Council of the City of Philadelphia. Congratulations.
The chair recognizes Sheriff Rochelle Bilal.
In the name of God, the most gracious, most merciful. Good morning.
Good morning.
Council President Kenyatta Johnson and members of City Council. As the Sheriff of the City and County of Philadelphia, I am truly honored to accept this recognition on the behalf of the incredible women of the Philadelphia Sheriff's Office. During Women's History Month, this moment is about creating her story. In 2020, I was elected as the first female African-American and Muslim sheriff. And in 2026, under City Council, the Office of Sheriff is being recognized for the first time ever during Women's History Month, and that's a history moment right here. I want to thank my team for their hard work, dedication, professionalism, and passion, which do not go unnoticed. You are the backbone of this office, and I am proud to stand with you today. Many of you know our sworn and unsworn and professional show up every day. Our professional staff is here with us today that show up every day with strength, resilience, and unwavering commitment to public service. Despite staffing shortage and other challenges, they continue to protect our courts, serve our communities, and uphold the highest standards of this office. Why? Because the work continues. So thank you to Council President Kenyatta Johnson and the entire council. Thank you for the recognition and for your continued support of the work we do and keep doing in Philadelphia and keeping them safe and moving forward. Just so that you know, history is still being made because women in the sheriff's office are rising to the highest ranks. Internally, not bringing somebody from outside, they are growing. We had chief inspectors, inspectors, captains, sergeants, lieutenants, all in that office, and they are rising to those ranks, and they are taking on that responsibility. I say again, thank you, City Council. Thank you, Council President. Thank you, my friend, Councilwoman Cindy Bass. We appreciate all of this. Thank you.
Congratulations. Council will be at ease. Anybody want to start? The next order of business is communications. The chair requests that the sergeant at arms deliver the messages from the mayor to the chief clerk. Will the chief clerk please read the messages from the mayor and any other communications in his possession?
To the President and the members of the Council of the City of Philadelphia, I'm submitting herewith for the consideration of your honorable body the following proposed. An ordinance amending Title 12 of the Philadelphia Code entitled Traffic Code to amend certain requirements applicable to buses and areas designated for use by buses, including applicable penalties, all under certain terms and conditions. And pursuant to sections 4-604 and 2-307 of the Home Rule Charter, I am today transmitting to the Council the recommendation of the City Planning Commission on the following bill. Bill number 260095. And pursuant to the sections 4-604 and 2-307 of the Home Rule Charter, I'm today transmitting to the Council the recommendation of the City Planning Commission on the following bills. Bill number 260131 and Bill number 260161. Finally, I'm pleased to advise you that on March 25th, 2026, I signed the following bills, which were passed by Council at its session on March 12th, 2026. Bill number 250769, Bill number 250917-A, Bill number 251066, Bill number 260112, and Bill number 260113. There are no further communications in my possession, Council President.
Thank you very much. The messages will be printed in the journal. The next order of business is the introduction of bills and resolutions. The chair recognizes Councilman Dr. Anthony Phillips.
Thank you, Council President, and good morning to everyone who's in the chambers today. I have no bills or resolutions for introduction.
Thank you very much, sir. The chair recognizes Majority Leader Catherine Gilmore Richardson.
Good morning, Council President. Good morning, colleagues. Today I offer two resolutions on your behalf, one privileged and one non-privileged.
Thank you very much. Will the chief clerk please read the title of the resolutions?
A privileged resolution honoring and recognizing the women of the Philadelphia Police Department during Women's History Month 2026 for their dedication and service to the safety and well-being of the city of Philadelphia and its residents.
This resolution will be placed on the day's final passage calendar.
And a non-privileged resolution authorizing the Philadelphia Land Bank to dispose of 1212 South 17th Street, 1511 South 20th Street, 1904 South 23rd Street, 1216 South 31st Street, 1911 Garrett Street, 1932 and 2044 Titan Street, located in the 2nd Councilmatic District in accordance with the terms of Chapter 16-700 of the Philadelphia Code.
This resolution will be placed on the final passage calendar for consideration at the next session of council. Chair recognizes Councilman Isaiah Thomas.
Good morning, Council President. I have two bills and two resolutions, one being co-introduced with Councilmember and Minority Leader Brooks, one being co-introduced with Councilmember Landau. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you very much. Will the chief clerk please read the title of the bills and resolutions?
An ordinance to repeal in its entirety Bill number 241056, approved March 10, 2026, entitled An Ordinance Providing for the Submission to the Qualified Electors of the City of Philadelphia of the proposal set forth, and a resolution approved by Council proposing an amendment to the Philadelphia Home Rule Charter to eliminate the requirement that city officers and employees resign from their city office or employment before becoming candidates for public office, and authorizing the appropriate officers to publish notice and to make arrangements for the special election, and to rescind the direction provided to various city officers set forth therein.
This bill will be referred to the appropriate committee.
And an ordinance providing for the submission to the qualified electors of the City of Philadelphia of the proposal set forth in a resolution approved by Council, proposing an amendment to the Philadelphia Home Rule Charter to provide for the creation of a Creative Philadelphia, to provide for the powers and duties of such office, and to otherwise provide for incorporation of the office into city government, and authorizing the appropriate officers to publish notice and to make arrangements for the special election, all under certain terms and conditions.
This bill will be referred to the appropriate committee.
And a non-privileged resolution proposing an amendment to the Philadelphia Home Rule Charter to provide for the creation of Creative Philadelphia and providing for the submission of the amendment to the electors of Philadelphia.
This resolution will be referred to the appropriate committee.
And a privileged resolution authorizing the Committee on Legislative Oversight to hold hearings on Philadelphia County's plan to preserve election integrity, voter confidence and participation, and public safety on Election Day, especially amid worries of the federal government's potential deployment of United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement to polling locations.
This resolution will be placed on today's final passage calendar. Chair recognizes Councilmember Jones.
Good morning, everyone. Today I offer one privileged resolution for one woman in the 7th Senatorial District, the First Lady.
Thank you very much. Would the Chief Clerk please read the title of the privileged resolution?
A privileged resolution honoring and recognizing Cheryl Lee Ralph for being named one of Time Magazine's most influential women of the year in 2026.
This resolution will be placed on today's final passage calendar. Chair recognizes Councilmember Ketsi Lozada.
Thank you, Council President. Today I offer three privileged resolutions, one on behalf of Member Landau.
Thank you very much. Chief Clerk, please read the title of the resolutions.
A privileged resolution recognizing April as National Donate Life Month and highlighting the critical need for organ donation through the work of the Gift of Life Donor Program.
This resolution will be placed on today's final passage calendar.
And a privileged resolution honoring the Philadelphia Children's Alliance, PCA, and the Department of Human Services, DHS, for their collaboration in preventing child abuse and supporting Philadelphia children and families during Child Abuse Prevention Month in the city of Philadelphia.
This resolution will be placed on today's final passage calendar.
And a privileged resolution declaring April 4th, 2026 as Women in Tech Day in the city of Philadelphia and recognizing the importance of women in technology, emphasizing their contributions, promoting STEM education and careers for women and girls, and expanding gender equity in the technology field.
This resolution will be placed on today's final passage calendar. Chair recognizes Councilmember Jeffrey J. Young, Jr.
Thank you, Mr. President. Today I offer two privileged resolutions.
Thank you very much. Would the Chief Clerk please read the title of the resolutions?
A privileged resolution honoring women veterans during Women's History Month, recognizing the distinct challenges they face in healthcare, housing, safety, and reintegration, and commending the National Alliance of Women Veterans Incorporated for its advocacy on behalf of women veterans.
This resolution will be placed on today's final passage calendar.
And a privileged resolution authorizing the Committee on Streets and Services to hold hearings to investigate the installation, inspection, contract oversight, safety, and possible remediation of speed cushions and other traffic calming measures installed in the vicinity of schools in the city of Philadelphia.
This resolution will be placed on today's final passage calendar. Chair recognizes Councilmember Kendra Brooks.
Thank you, Council President. I have three privileged resolutions to introduce today.
Thank you very much. Chief Clerk, please read the title of the privileged resolutions.
A privileged resolution recognizing March as Colon Cancer and Rectal Cancer Awareness Month.
This resolution will be placed on today's final passage calendar.
And a privileged resolution recognizing March as Brain Injury Awareness Month.
This resolution will be placed on today's final passage calendar.
And a privileged resolution celebrating Viola Sanders for her life's work and advocating for economic justice and welfare rights for the impoverished and underserved in Philadelphia on the occasion of Women's History Month.
This resolution will be placed on today's final passage calendar. Chair recognizes Councilmember Jim Harity.
Good morning, I think still, Council President. I have no bills or resolutions today.
Thank you very much. Chair recognizes Councilman Mike Driscoll.
Morning, Mr. President. I have two bills on your behalf.
Thank you very much. Chief Clerk, please read the title of the bills.
An ordinance amending Title 12 of the Philadelphia Code entitled Traffic Code to amend certain requirements applicable to buses in areas designated for use by buses, including applicable penalties, all under certain terms and conditions.
This bill will be referred to the appropriate committee.
And an ordinance authorizing the Procurement Commissioner to enter into agreements to purchase electricity, natural gas, and motor fuel for use by the city in city facilities and vehicles, including agreements that obligate payment for delivery of such energy supplies in future fiscal years, all under certain terms and conditions.
This bill will be referred to the appropriate committee. Chair recognizes Councilman Brian O'Neill.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no bills or resolutions.
Thank you very much. Chair recognizes Councilman Mark Squilla.
Thank you, Mr. President. I offer one bill.
Thank you very much. Chief Clerk, please read the title of the bill.
An ordinance authorizing an encroachment in the nature of a staircase in the vicinity of 611 South 7th Street, Philadelphia, PA 19147 under certain terms and conditions.
This bill will be referred to the appropriate committee. Chair recognizes Councilman Cindy Bass.
Thank you, Mr. President. I offer one privileged resolution.
Thank you very much. Chief Clerk, please read the title of the privileged resolution.
A privileged resolution honoring and recognizing Mary Nolan and her family for their leadership at the Commodore Barry Arts and Cultural Center, also known as the Irish Center in Mount Airy, and their lasting contributions to the Irish American community in recognition of Women's History Month.
This resolution will be placed on today's final passage calendar. Chair recognizes Councilman Dr. Nina Ahmed.
Thank you, Council President. I'm introducing one privileged resolution.
Thank you very much. Chief Clerk, please read the title of the privileged resolution.
A privileged resolution recognizing Taiwanese Americans' contribution to the City of Philadelphia and showing support for the City of Philadelphia to strengthen its economic, educational, and cultural ties with the Republic of China, Taiwan.
This resolution will be placed on today's final passage calendar. Being there are no reports from committees today, the next order of business is the consideration of the calendar. I know that the bills just reported from committees with the suspension of the rules have been deemed to have had a first reading. These bills will be placed on a second reading and final passage calendar for the next session of council. As there are no additional bills on the first reading calendar, the chair recognizes Councilmember Majority to Catherine Gilmore Richardson for a motion concerning the bills and resolutions on the second reading and final passage calendars.
Thank you, Mr. President. The following bills and resolutions are being called up from the second reading and final passage calendars today. Numbers 260245, 260251, 260252, 260257, 250980-A, 251068, 251069, 251099, 251102, 260025, 260095, 260115, 260132, and 260161. The following bills and resolutions on the calendar are being held. 260244, 250768, 250807, 250844, and 260131.
Thank you. Before considering these bills and resolutions, we will consider public comment as follows. Your public comment must concern matters on the second reading and final passage calendars for possible action at today's council session. All speakers must sign up in order to testify. If you have not already signed up for today's council session, please do so now by giving your name to Ms. Hassan at the table outside the rails to my left. Once you have been signed up, you will be called in the order in which your name appears on the sign-up sheet. Under ideal circumstances, public commenters each will have 3 minutes to speak. However, this time limit may vary from session to session due to the super repetitious comments of today's calendar. The time limit today will be 1 minute. In order to be fair to all those wishing to speak, I will intend to hold faithfully to the 1 minute limit. When you begin speaking, you will see a green light on the podium. When there are 30 seconds remaining to your time, the light will turn yellow, which is your reminder to conclude your remarks. Once 1 minute has passed, the light will turn red and the sergeant at arms will disconnect the microphone. At that point, please yield the podium to the next speaker if you have not already done so. I also reserve the right pursuant to the rules of council to limit repetitious comments on the same subject matter. Council will be at ease. What's going on? Council will be at ease. Chair recognizes Majority Leader Councilmember Catherine Gilmore Richardson.
Thank you, Council President. The following bills are also being called up on the second reading and final passage calendars today, 260244 and 260131. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Majority Leader Catherine Gilmore Richardson. We will now resume and begin public comment. Chair recognizes Councilmember Mark Squilla.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to also recognize we have a children from a school in our district that's coming here to take part in the civic process. And I want to recognize all the students here from Fannie Jackson Coppin School in South Philadelphia. Can you please give them a great round of applause? Thank you.
Welcome to City Council, and they will be participating in public comment. Please call first person.
Ambassador Chung Chang Lee, Angela Chan, Jeremy Blackstein, John McCauley, David Jenkins, and Lynn Landez. Please make your way to the podium.
Council will be at ease for a second. I want to take a moment of personal privilege for a moment. Could we let the children speak first?
We are second graders from Fannie Jackson Coppin School, and we want council members to vote for the Stop Trashing Our Air bill. Before we ask you for your help, we want to tell you how we are already doing our part of being stewards of our Mother Earth. We are composters. We recycle and reuse things like reusable bottles. When we do this, we reduce waste that goes into landfills or gets burned. We try to clean up our litter so it doesn't get into stormwater runoff. We are part of the solution, and we want you to be part of the solution too. So today we are advocating for clean air for Chester and everyone in Philadelphia. We should stop burning trash. Thank you. Burning trash is dangerous because we don't check or sort our trash before incinerating it. We don't separate out what's safe or unsafe to burn. We could be burning things like paint, car batteries, or plastic. In Europe, they sort and inspect their trash before burning it, but we do not do that in Philadelphia. We don't want toxic pollution, do we? Thank you. Burning trash is a bad idea because the ash created by the burning is toxic. If we burn 100 tons of trash, 30 tons become ash. The ash gets buried in landfills and that can get into groundwater. Burning trash not only causes air pollution, but also water pollution too. We used to have trash incinerators in Philadelphia, and even the district attorneys sued the city because they were causing so much pollution. And we sent 37% of our trash to Chester. That is a lot of pollution that we send to one place. We eventually closed Philly's incinerators because they were so bad for the air, and now we are just letting Chester deal with the deadly pollution. How is that fair for Chester? Thank you. This is all making people in Chester sick. Many people in Chester have asthma. The rate of asthma for the children of Chester is at 26 to 38%, which is higher than the country's average. Chester has been protesting and rallying just to shut down this incinerator for 30 years. Chester also has other industrial places besides the incinerator. They are all in one neighborhood, which is a lot of pollution for people living in the community. The trash incinerator is affecting Philadelphia as well because the smoke can spread here too. Many people in Philadelphia also have asthma. We should stop burning trash because air pollution can affect our health many years later. People might get cancer and asthma, and we do not want that to happen, do we?
We don't want children to suffer from asthma. They shouldn't have to miss school. They need to learn too without pain and distress. Chester deserves clean air.
Don't the lives of the people in Chester matter? They are people too, and all people should be treated the same way. So Chester people deserve clean air just like we do. We are passionate about other people in other cities too. All humans have the right to healthy lives, breathe clean air, and thrive safely. We stand in solidarity with Chester because we are all connected. When others are healthy, we are healthy too. When others are sick, we should be upset too. Solidarity means we don't look away. We keep fighting for a better world for everyone. So we are asking council members to support Councilmember Gautier's bill. Philadelphians can care about others too. It makes us better people. We want to live in a Philadelphia that stands up for our neighbors. Thank you.
We are asking our city council to vote for the bill to ban trash burning in Philadelphia. Rather than burning trash, we should make sure people recycle. We can encourage everyone to compost. Composting reduces a lot of food waste and gives back to the earth. Also, because we don't sort our trash, putting trash in landfills is much safer than burning it, and we can even burn methane from the landfills. Then we won't have to worry about so much air pollution and toxic gas. These alternatives can help Chester and everyone else breathe. Thank you.
All of this can create even more jobs for people. We should invest in jobs that increase recycling. We talked to Mr. Tim Bennett Composting. They already helped the city's recreation center pick up compost. Why not get all of Philly to compost? We can create jobs by burning methane too. We can create jobs by sorting our trash. We should create jobs that don't pollute Earth or make people sick. Jobs that take care of our Earth and all our neighbors too. But we don't need to wait to ban trash burning. Ban trash burning now and work on a new law to get to zero waste. Thank you.
Everyone here has a reason to be here today, and my reason is to ask all council members to vote for the Stop Trashing Our Air bill. Ending trash incineration can save people's lives. If we can make people healthier, why wouldn't we? We hope you decide this is important and vote yes. Thank you to Councilmember Squilla for the warm welcome. You are a council member, and we really hope you vote yes. Ban trash burning now, and make another law to get zero waste too. As Dr. Martin Luther King quoted, "Justice too long delayed is justice denied." We need environmental justice now. Thank you to Councilmember Gautier for introducing this bill. Thank you from Fannie Jackson Coppins, Room 208. We appreciate having the opportunity to speak to everyone today.
Please proceed.
My name is Tom Chi-Chang Lee. I'm the Director General of Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in New York. Today, I'm very honored to come to the council and speak. In Taiwan, we also follow your tradition. We let the children speak first because their voices are more important. And today, I'm honored, joined by the several Taiwanese community leaders, Dr. Xie and also the Director Wang and the President and CEO of Wang of Asia Bank. They are community leaders here, and we understand this year marks 250 anniversary of the founding of the United States. And Philadelphia is the founding place, is the birthplace of U.S. So we are Taiwanese community here. We are very eager and participate in the celebrations, and we look forward to working with you closely to make the big day more grand. And our office we cover 4 states, including Pennsylvania. And even though we are based in New York, but we come to Philadelphia all the time. As a matter of fact, I have been to Philadelphia more than 10 times. And I can consider Philadelphia is another home away from home. I hope Eagles and also the Phillies can win this season. Thank you.
Hello, Philadelphia City Council. My name is Jeremy Blatstein. I'm here to talk about the land bank and turn the key. For the record, I have no financial interest in either of these projects. Nobody asked me to testify. Thank you, Councilman Young, for introducing your bill to turn vacant lots into generational wealth for 16 families in the city of Philadelphia through Turn the Key. I do have a question for this body. What if the community members are bringing up unproductive feedback to the table? Let me bring up an example. After the second community meeting held by Savetta Property Group, the following was said and put in an email, quote, "Then things took a turn when an elder community member who identified herself as working for APM made an openly racist comment. She accused developers like us of displacing Hispanic families and, quote, turning the neighborhood black, unquote. A couple of people clapped, which was disappointing. I stopped the conversation right there and called it what it was, racism, unquote. You should all have a copy of that email on your desks. I want this body to be conscious of community feedback that may need to be looked at critically. Not all opposition is created equal. And sorry, Councilwoman Lozada, I'm not going anywhere. Racism, anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, and all forms of hate have no place in Philadelphia. Introduce the bill. Thank you.
Thank you. You have 1 minute, sir. State your name for the record. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is John Alante McCauley. I'm with a grassroots organization called Flip Philly Red. We're here to offer you something different because you've been voting Democrat for the mayor's office for the past 70 years. In regard to bill number 251068, another $100 tax disguised in the name of safety, another red light camera to fatten the pockets of the communist Philadelphia Parking Authority. I often hear that I shouldn't want people who don't share my skin color that make decisions for me. But every time I look up, it's a black politician trying to take money from me. Another red light camera on the corner of Schoolhouse Lane and Henry Avenue. Another backdoor tax. Why don't Democrat voters ever ask where the money go? 40% of the backdoor tax pays the PPA staff and administrative salaries and adherence to contest tickets. So basically, I'm paying the PPA to implement predatory taxes on me in the name of safety.
Thank you.
Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Thank you. Ms. Lynn? No, David Jenkins. You got 1 minute. State your name for the record.
Mr. President, members and guests, David Alexander Jenkins, and I rise in celebration of the legacy of Miss Viola Sanders, a woman whose legacy, whether spoken in meetings, community rooms, or city hearings, centers on something both simple and often overlooked, that is dignity. Her dedication to the city of Philadelphia was grounded in the belief that welfare was not charity, but a public obligation to human stability. She walked a path that reminded officials that behind every form was a family, a kitchen table, a life in motion. Her presence was described as soft, but unignorable, a steady moral force in rooms that often preferred abstraction to reality. As I rise to address you from this proverbial Pyrrhus's box, I wonder what Madam Sanders would have gifted the body by way of wisdom today. Certainly, she would have relayed the sentiment of pride and the commitment to address legislation that has historically rendered the Philadelphians impucus. She would have provided that the body's passage of this expansion of the Commission on Services to the Aging, and dare I say, she would even be proud of the creation of the Kensington Strategy in its goals to reduce overdose deaths and improve neighborhood conditions. We're reminded this morning of the words of Mahatma Gandhi, "Be the change you want to be." No more befitting words could crown the life of a legacy of Miss Sanders. No more befitting could a motto be for us here today.
Will Lynn Landez, Vanessa Vanessa Zapata, David Evans, Mike Ewall, and BP Lyles. Please make your way to the podium.
Good morning, I'm Lynn Landis of Philly's Republican Network. I'm opposed in principle to business improvement districts such as Center City District, which is referred to in Bill 250807. There is little meaningful oversight of their operations, even though they tax property owners, condemn property, take out loans, and make business deals. Business improvement districts are sold to the public as entities that will keep our streets clean, beautiful, and safe, but haven't we already paid for their services? And regarding safety, Center City District is good at keeping its own venues relatively safe. However, in the rest of Center City District, retail theft, porch pirates, panhandlers are a daily problem, while many of our mentally disabled homeless continue to sleep on the streets rather than get the help they qualify for through Social Security, disability, and other government programs. So why are we being taxed twice by Center City District and the city when our public safety laws are not being fully enforced and our mentally disabled homeless are still not being protected? Thank you.
Thank you. Vanessa, I have 1 minute. State your name for the record, please.
Hello, my name is Vanessa Zapata, and I live outside Philadelphia in Delaware County. I'm a staff attorney with the nonprofit Just Zero. We are a national environmental advocacy organization working to advance equitable zero waste solutions, and I'm here speaking in support of Bill number 250768, the Stop Trashing Our Air Act. As you have heard from the amazing students, incinerators are one of the most toxic methods of managing our waste. And these facilities are outdated and expensive and rely on volatile revenue sources, making them financially unsustainable. This is why incinerators have been on the decline and why communities fight hard against prospects of new waste-burning facilities. My own home, Delaware County, has adopted a zero-waste plan that will phase out incineration of trash that is collected there. Philadelphia plays a critical role in turning off the waste stream tap that allows incinerators to hobble along. These facilities are getting in the way of progress, and this bill is a critical step towards real zero-waste solutions in Philadelphia. We urge the council to pass the Stop Trashing Our Air Act. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mike Ewall. I'm with Energy Justice Network. I'm one of Coetzee Lozada's constituents. The Stop Trashing Our Air Act is about asthma, cancer, environmental racism, and our air here in Philadelphia. However, some are trying to make this about jobs and unions, so let's talk about that. Union jobs in Philadelphia would increase as we move from a non-union transfer station to one in the city organized by the Teamsters, whose letter of support for the Stop Trashing Our Air Act is sitting on your desks right now. The Reworld Incinerator Company has nearly 6 times more labor complaints than the company that would most likely replace them, with 23 complaints filed with the National Labor Relations Board compared to just 4 at the facilities that we'd be using instead. Passing the Stop Trashing Our Air Act would cut off only 14% of the trash flowing to the Chester incinerator and just 4% of the waste to the one in Montgomery County, not enough to force them to close down, despite the squawking and fear-mongering from operating engineers who spread a lot of misinformation, which I would love to expose if we had actually 2 minutes to do so, but thank you for the time.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Council President, council members, I am BP Lyles. I am with Delco Environmental Justice, and I'm also with the Toxic Prisons Campaign. I know I have a minute, but I first want to say that I also am in coalition with my brothers and sisters that are here for the Prison Oversight Board. That needs to happen. It needs to happen right now, so please vote for that. As it relates to the Stop Trashing Our Air Act, sanitation has delayed this contracting process by several months, pushing a decision to the last minute so that council has no time to object to their choice. Will council allow sanitation to run out the clock, i.e. May or June, to run out the clock and deliver a last-minute decision in June for your rubber stamp, as it did in 2012 and 2019? Or will you make it clear by passing the Stop Trashing Our Air Act that they must choose the safer alternative before them? Thank you.
Council be at ease. Chair recognizes Councilmember Cindy Bass.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just wanted to acknowledge that today in our midst we have Imhotep Charter High School in the 8th District, they are going to be giving a presentation after council, and they are the STEM ambassadors talking about the programs that they've done abroad. So very exciting, and we're happy to have them here. So welcome, Imhotep.
Can the students from Imhotep please stand? Could the students from Imhotep please stand? Yeah. Welcome to City Council. Council will resume.
David Evans, what up, Council? Philly, I love you. We as humans tend to make things a lot more complicated than they need to be. Please stop burning our trash. I am co-founder of Block by Block, which is a nonprofit that organizes community cleanups in Philadelphia County. We've organized with over 50 organizations, cleans up hundreds of tons of trash, and to know that that is then burned and then we breathe that in is diabolical at best. To end, yes, please stop trashing our Air Act, but also I second everything that those little babies said. Peace. Thank you.
Will Vanessa Raymond Garcia, Lynn Robinson, Queen Judith Robinson, and Rochelle Gordon please make your way to the podium?
Hello, Vanessa Raymond Garcia. Good morning, Council President Johnson and all council members, and thank you for the opportunity to speak today. My name is Vanessa Raymond Garcia, and I'm here to voice support for Bill 250980. I come representing Regional Housing and Legal Services as their senior policy analyst. Philadelphians feel the effects of how large-scale absentee and LLC-shielded property owners are reshaping our housing market in ways that harm renters, aspiring homeowners, and entire neighborhoods. No property owner, especially those operating from out of state or behind a web of LLCs, should be able to avoid accountability for tenants or to the city. When landlords hide behind anonymous or unverifiable contact information, the people who suffer are the tenants who cannot get repairs, the neighbors who cannot report ongoing safety issues, and the city departments that cannot enforce basic codes. Requiring a verifiable physical address and a designated local agent is a basic expectation of responsible property ownership. Thank you, Councilmember Phillips, for your leadership on this issue, and I urge Council to pass Ordinance 250980.
Thank you. Will Robert Sims, Amaris Hernandez, Nadia Graves, and Mitch Channon please make your way to the podium?
Hi, my name is Rochelle S. Gordon, and I would like to highlight about trauma, brain injury, TBI today. TBI is a disrupted of the normal brain function caused by a blow or jolted to the head. It can lead to symptoms as ranging from temporary confusion, physical, and emotional impairment. On April the 28th, 2008, at the age of 42, I was hit by a drunk driver, which causes for me to suffer trauma, brain injury. I had severe head trauma and long stay in the hospital and rehab. I had to relearn how to walk and talk again. It was one of the most difficult times in my life. I am grateful for that I received such good care and my family were there for me. Every day I thank God and Moss Rehab for guiding me through my recovery journey. I stand here today to share my story and raise awareness of TBI. In addition, I would like to thank Councilmember Brooks for recognizing the importance of Brain Injury Awareness Month and supporting those living with brain injury. Thank you.
Sure. Amaris Hernandez. Good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to be here today to request the recognition of April 4th as Women in Tech Day in Philadelphia. I've spent over 20 years in technology, leading organizations, navigating everything from transformations to emerging tech. Across every role in every room, I've seen the same thing. Women are still underrepresented in the very field shaping our future. Today, women make up only about 25% of technology workforce. Here in Philadelphia, that number is slightly higher, but still far from where it should be. If you break that down by women in color, it's about 9 to 10% of technology jobs. The gap doesn't just exist in numbers, it exists in influence, in leadership. Who is building the systems that power our world? Because technology is not neutral. Here's an opportunity for the city of Philadelphia to use our universities, our startups, our public session to expand access, strengthen pathways, and make sure every girl in the city can see a future for herself in technology. Thank you.
You have 1 minute. State your name for the record, please.
All right. Hello, I'm Nadia from the Kinsessing neighborhood of Philadelphia. I live in the 3rd Councilmanic District. And Philadelphia burns millions of pounds, or 1 million pounds of trash every year, and the largest incinerator in the United States. Chester City is a majority Black city, and so we cannot ignore the environmental racism against the community of Chester City, but Philadelphia is directly downwind. So you cannot ignore the environmental racism of Philadelphians who have to endure the dirtiness of trash incineration. There's high impacts on health, such as high rates of asthma in Chester City, cancer, and we deserve better health. Stop Trashing Our Air Act would ban these contracts that are expiring on June 30th, and City Council can stand with greedy polluters or stand with communities and prioritize our health. Incinerator lobbyists will come to City Council and testify just like we are and make misleading claims that burning trash waste is affordable. And that argument ignores that incineration generates toxic ash and creates more pollution than coal plants. This is a choice between environmental racism, environmental classism, or standing with the people. Thank you.
Thanks, Mitch Channon. Appreciate the opportunity to speak. I live in Northeast Philly and organize with folks in Longcrest. I want to start by just expressing appreciation for Councilmember Phillips' landlord transparency bill. I'm also here to talk about the Stop Trashing Our Air Act. Just correcting one thing that was said earlier, Philadelphia sends 1 million pounds of trash every day to be burned in the incinerator in Chester. 1 million pounds per day. The most credible study showed that because of the proximity to to neighborhoods and because of the volume of toxic pollution, the impact of burning trash is 23 times worse for human health than landfilling. 23 times worse, 1 million pounds a day. 7 years ago, when council debated what to do with our trash, there were a lot of promises from the sanitation department that we would reduce waste later. We were going to do digesters. All these good things would happen, but we need to keep incinerating now, and we'll get to it. We'll fix it later. We can't do that again. We can't have broken promises. We need to stop incineration now to protect people's health. Thank you.
Will John Thompson, Andre Dawkins, Chris Ann Smith, Tashelle Mays Matthews, and Mary Nolan please make your way to the podium?
As your name is called, please come up. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Chris Ann Smith, and it's a pleasure to be here this morning.
Can you speak a little
Council
closer
President.
to the microphone, please?
Good morning. My name is Chris Ann Smith. It's an honor and pleasure to be here this morning, and I want to thank Councilwoman Kendra Brooks and my niece, Farah Muhammad. I don't know who else is behind me. Well, my family's behind me. So we received a resolution from the Councilwoman's office, and her staff was just incredible with giving us thoughtful comments and encouraging us to come here today in honor of my mother, who was Viola Sanders, a phenomenal woman. She was a founding member of the Welfare Rights Organization in the 1960s. So many of you weren't even thought of at that time, but I am here to thank the councilwoman and all of her staff who treated us well. My mother was a legendary woman, and it saddens me that many of you don't know about her, but she was an activist and an advocate. She was a woman that slept in the state capitol building in the 1980s when there was negotiations with the governor of Pennsylvania. She gave her life. She gave her life to helping Philadelphia with love and care and compassion and advocacy. Thank you.
John Thompson. It's JOHNTHOMPSON. I'm here today on behalf of the Oversight Board, the Prison Oversight Board, and the ordinance that's going to create this. The timing is right. It really is a good thing that we have oversight now into our county prisons. Having people to be able to look in on our county prisons where it's much suffering, marginalized people are dying in there. So I'm urging everyone to vote yes when this ordinance comes around for its final passage. And one of the things I want you to also remember is it's about humanity too. It's about those people in there being human beings. And as they're human beings, we need to understand that human beings make mistakes, but they still deserve to be treated humanely. So that's all I have to say. I'm asking everyone vote yes. Thank you.
Tashelle Mays Matthews, Mary Nolan, Solomon Williams, Obana Higgins, William Small, and Heather Smith. Please make your way to the podium. Heather Miller, please make your way to the podium.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Please begin.
My name is Tashelle Mays Matthews. Good morning, council members. I'm the founder of Community Takeover Project and the president of the BBRC. Before I begin, I have a question for council. Raise your hand if you are paid to protect the people in our community. All right, so keep that in mind while I speak today. Because what separates you from me is that I am not paid, yet I am here. Not because I have to be, but because I can't afford not to be. This is not policy for me. This is personal. This is community. This is for over 50 years, Philadelphia have received billions of dollars in development funding. Yet the people those dollars were meant to serve are still standing on the outside looking in. When you follow the money, up to 85% goes to large developers, while 5% goes to grassroots organizations like myself. This does not create stability, ownership, or equality, but a crisis. Homelessness has tripled since the 1970s. What used to be 1,000 to 2,000 people homeless is now 5,000 to 6,000 any given day. So I'm asking for the 3rd District to introduce the resolution recognizing and supporting community first-led organization and equality. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Mary Nolan. First, I want to thank City Council for all you do to keep Philly a thriving world-class city, and especially Cindy Bass, who surprised me with this honor. I've known her over the years, even had her daughter in one of my preschools. Speak into the mic, okay. I don't do this often. Anyways, I landed in Mount Airy, which we just love, perfect neighborhood in the city. People help each other, solve problems. And I came from Boston, my parents came from Ireland, so it's an honor to kind of respect the immigrants' tradition at the center. It's basically a function hall, but we pull people in from all parts of the neighborhoods. You know, you'll have jazz, you'll have a fashion show, you'll have a political lecture and a movie at the same time so that people are always crossing each other. And it's an honor to accept for all of the people that keep the building intact. It's quite old, and my family, the couple are here, my daughter, who's on the board now, the council at the Commodore Barry, my husband, who's the manager. And we just love it, and thank you so much for all you do in Philadelphia. And come to the Irish Center in Mount Airy, the Commodore Barry. Okay, thank you.
Congratulations.
All right, state your name for the record. You have 1 minute, please.
My name is Andre Dawkins. How y'all doing? I spoke to y'all before. My name is Andre Dawkins. How y'all doing? I spoke to y'all before. I do appreciate y'all for listening to us and everything that we go through in this city. The city is a beautiful city. It's just certain things need to be straightened out. Like safe and healthy homes, so people like older people, older than me, can have a safe place to live, you know what I mean, comfortably. And another thing, I be around Wyoming, Weehawken, the Secretary of Horizon Sun. There's a dump there that burn trash once a month. That the ashes from the trash go from there all the way out to Boulevard. The whole area smell like fire. We don't call the fire department, the police department. They say there's nothing they could do. They don't have a canister they burn in. They have a hole in the ground, and they just burn trash. And who gets it in, gets it in. And it's really ain't healthy. And I mean, I hope the council could find a way to get something done about that area so it'd be better for people. You know what I mean? Thank you. Have a good day.
You have 1 minute. State your name for the record. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. I would like to give respect to the council president. I'd like to give respect to all the council members and the staff that are all present and help our city go. I'm here to speak in regards to Bill 250768 that was brought on by Council Member Gautier. It's concerning trash, air quality, and a better way of life. I am part of a group called the Earth Day Kids who advocate for anti-violence. They advocate for cleanliness, greenery. I've been their photographer for over 10 years and seen some grow up. The leader of this group wrote a song called Put the Guns to Sleep. She was shot in her eye and lost her eye. She have gone and advocated at many different events throughout the city and outside of the city. And right now, she is in need of help and support. And we are trying to make sure that we bring awareness as well as the Brain Trauma Awareness Month that was brought up by Council Member Brooks. We'd like to thank you, and please help support our youth.
Thank you. State your name for the record. You have 1 minute, please.
Obona Hagen's fourth generation chattel slavery survivor. Stop Trashing Our Air bill is a badge of slavery and a 13th Amendment violation. In honor of the 250th anniversary of the country and the brave freedmen who fought for the 13th Amendment, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And, most importantly, the constitutional citizens of the United States of America, the American freedmen.
Will William Small, Heather Miller, and Lynn Robinson please come to the podium?
How you doing? William Small. So while everybody's, enjoying their snacks, looking in their phones, like this isn't, serious, right? I'm gonna give y'all some numbers, all right? About 1 in 5 students in Philadelphia are not reading at grade level. That means over 80% of our kids are not proficient readers. By 3rd grade, around 65% of students are already behind. Math, 20 to 25% of students perform at grade level, and roughly 35 to 40% are chronically absent. That means they're not going. So while y'all eat y'all snacks and look in y'all phones and y'all honor these principles that y'all did last week that are failing, We're at the bottom, 5th or 6th to the bottom in every major statistical category in the country when it's regarding education. Y'all can go ahead and sign these ordinances and have the land banks give the properties to investors in New York, because y'all really don't care about the everyday person, because there's no easy programs for none of these people to acquire none of the properties y'all having the land bank give away. Thank you, sir. Everything y'all doing here is a joke, so go ahead and eat your peanuts, scroll on TikTok, and I hope you have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Next, please.
Good afternoon. My name's Heather Miller. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Council President. I'm here today to express my support for amending Philadelphia Code Chapter 93900 regarding property licensing and owner accountability. This amendment is critical to improving the quality of life of our neighborhoods. Too often, we see properties owned by non-resident landlords fall into disrepair with ongoing code violations that negatively impact the surrounding community. These conditions are not just inconvenient, they are harmful to the neighborhood stability, public safety, and overall well-being of the residents. From my direct experience working in the community, I have seen how some non-resident landlords evade accountability through lack of transparency, limited accessibility. When issues arise, residents, community organizations, and other neighborhood stakeholders are too often left without a clear, reliable, and timely way to contact those responsible. This must change. Thank you, Council.
Hi, Lynn Robinson. Thank you for allowing me to speak again, City Council. I am here in favor of Stop Trashing Our Air Act. Is it redundant to mention news from last April that the American Lung Association gave our city straight Fs for air quality and that our air is out of EPA compliance for fine particulates and ground ozone? We all know the consequences of adding poison and greenhouse gases to the air: climate crisis, asthma, cancer, central nervous system disease, and heart.
Excuse me 1 second, ma'am.
Okay.
Please proceed, ma'am.
Thanks. Is it fair for city council, for city government to choose to keep incinerating trash when such devastating quality of life consequences occur? No, it's not fair or constitutionally legal in Pennsylvania. For a city to incinerate trash when landfilling in sparsely populated areas is available, affordable, and vastly less polluting is a violation of Article 1, Section 27 of Pennsylvania's Constitution, which protects our right to breathe clean air. Is that 1 minute?
You have a little bit more because I stopped.
Okay. For now, the Stop Trashing Our Air Act would not shut down the Reworld refinery in Chester. It would only remove 14% of the trash being burned there. But that 14% less air pollution would make a dent in Philly's pollution levels because the Reworld Chester incinerator is our region's worst standing source of air pollution. Some council members seem fuzzy. That's it?
Just wrap it up.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Some council members seem fuzzy on the financial cost to the city when masses of people are ill. They have their head in the sand about human activities causing climate change. They support food giveaways in low-income neighborhoods but don't seem to care that unchecked climate change will lead to widespread famine. I say to them, be more like the ostriches who actually do not put their heads in the sand, because being in denial is not good for survival. Come up for air and pass the Stop Trashing Our Air Act.
Thank you, ma'am.
Council President, this concludes our listing for public comment today.
Thank you very much. We will now consider the bills and resolutions on the second reading and final passage calendars. Would the clerk please read the title of resolution number 260245?
A resolution also naming the 5100 block of Chester Avenue as Paul Ellis Hill Way to honor the life, legacy, and community impact of Paul Ellis Hill in the King Sessing neighborhood.
Chair recognizes Councilmember Catherine Gilmore Richardson for a motion on behalf of Councilman Jamie Gaultier regarding resolution number 260245.
Thank you, Mr. President. On behalf of Councilmember Gaultier, I move for the adoption of the resolution. We're good.
It has been moved and properly seconded that resolution number 260245 be adopted. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed, ayes have it. The motion carries. Resolution is adopted. Will the clerk please read the title of resolution number 260251?
A resolution authorizing the Philadelphia Land Bank to dispose of 1601, 1605, 1616, 1618, and 1620 North 16th Street, located in the 5th Councilmatic District in accordance with the terms of Chapter 16-700 of the Philadelphia Code.
Chair recognizes Councilman Young for a motion regarding resolution number 260251.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for its adoption.
It has been moved and properly seconded that resolution number 260251 be adopted. All those in favor will signify by saying aye. Those opposed, ayes have it. The motion carries. The resolution is adopted. Will the clerk please read the title of resolution number 260252?
A resolution authorizing the Philadelphia Land Bank to dispose of 3001 Martha Street, now subdivided, resulting in the creation of 20 individual parcels known as 3011, 3013, 3015, 3017, 3019, 3021, 3023, 3025, 3027, 3029, 3031, 3033, 3035, 3037, 3039, 3041, 3043, 3045, 3047, and 3049 Martha Street, located in the 1st Councilmatic District in accordance with the terms of Chapter 16-700 of the Philadelphia Code.
Chair recognizes Councilman Mark Squilla for a motion regarding resolution number 260252.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for the adoption of the resolution.
It has been moved and properly seconded that resolution number 260252 be adopted. All those in favor of the motion will signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed? The ayes have it. The motion carries, and this resolution is adopted. Will the clerk please read the title of resolution number 260257?
A resolution authorizing the Philadelphia Land Bank to dispose of 2726 North 15th Street, located in the 8th Councilmatic District in accordance with the terms of Chapter 16-700 of the Philadelphia Code.
Chair recognizes Councilmember Cindy Bass for a motion regarding resolution number 260257.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for the adoption of the resolution.
It has been moved and properly seconded that resolution number 260257 be adopted. All those in favor of the motion will signify by saying aye. Those opposed, the ayes have it. The motion carries. The resolution is adopted. Bless you. Will the clerk please read the title of the bill, number 250844?
An ordinance regulating the direction of movement of traffic on West Lippincott Street between 22nd Street and 23rd Street, all under certain terms and conditions.
This bill having been read on 2 different days, the question now is, shall the bill pass finally? Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Phillips.
Aye.
Councilmember Thomas.
Aye.
Councilmember Gilmore Richardson. Councilmember Jones.
Aye.
Councilmember Losada.
Aye.
Councilmember Young.
Aye.
Councilmember Brooks. Councilmember Harity.
Aye.
Councilmember Driscoll.
Aye.
Councilmember Squilla.
Aye.
Councilmember Bass.
Aye.
Councilmember Ahmed.
Aye.
And Council President Johnson.
Aye. The ayes are 13, the nays are 0. Majority of all members having voted in the affirmative, the bill passes. Will the clerk please read the title of bill number 250980-A?
An ordinance amending Chapter 9-3900 of the Philadelphia Code entitled Property Licenses and Owner Accountability by requiring non-resident landlords to provide verifiable contact information and a designated local contact and establishing penalties for non-compliance, all under certain terms and conditions.
This bill having been read on 2 different days, the question now is, shall the bill pass finally? Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Phillips.
Aye.
Councilmember Gilmore Richardson. Councilmember Thomas.
Aye.
Councilmember Jones.
Aye.
Councilmember Losada.
Aye.
Councilmember Young.
Aye.
Councilmember Brooks.
Aye.
Councilmember Harity.
Aye.
Count.
I may have missed. Thank you.
Councilmember Driscoll. Councilmember Squilla.
Aye.
Councilmember Bass?
Aye.
Councilmember Ahmed? Aye. And Council President Johnson?
Aye. The ayes are 13, the nays are 0. Majority of all members having voted in the affirmative, the bill passes. Chief Clerk, please read the title of Bill number 251068.
An ordinance amending Chapter 12-3000 of the Philadelphia Code entitled Use of an Automated Red Light Enforcement System to Prevent Red Light Violations by authorizing the installation of red light enforcement systems at the intersection of Schoolhouse Lane and Henry Avenue, all under certain terms and conditions.
This bill having been read on 2 different days, the question now is, shall the bill pass finally? Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Phillips?
Aye.
Councilmember Gilmore Richardson? Aye. Councilmember Thomas?
Aye.
Councilmember Jones?
Aye.
Councilmember Losada?
Aye.
Councilmember Young?
Aye.
Councilmember Brooks?
Aye.
Councilmember Harity?
Aye.
Councilmember Driscoll?
Aye.
Councilmember Squilla?
Aye.
Councilmember Bass?
Aye.
Councilmember Ahmed?
Aye.
And Council President Johnson?
Aye. The ayes are 13, the nays are 0. Majority of all members having voted in the affirmative, the bill passes. The chair recognizes Councilmember Brian O'Neill. Would you like to be voted aye on all bills
Yes.
and
Thank you, Mr.
resolutions?
President.
Thank you very much. Shall be noted. Would the clerk please read the title of resolution number 260244? Council will be at ease. Excuse me, Liz. We'll go through the bills and then I'll do the resolution at the end. I'll go back in there. Chief Clerk, please read the title of Bill number 251069.
An ordinance regulating the direction of movement of traffic on Adams Avenue between Winghahawking Street and Frankfurt Avenue, as well as Leeper Street between Adams Avenue and Rouen Street.
This bill having been read on 2 different days, the question now is, shall the bill pass finally? Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Phillips?
Aye.
Councilmember Gilmore Richardson? Councilmember Jones? Councilmember Thomas? Aye. Councilmember Jones?
Aye.
Councilmember Losada?
Aye.
Councilmember Young?
Aye.
Councilmember Brooks?
Aye.
Councilmember Harity?
Aye.
Councilmember Driscoll?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Neill?
Aye.
Councilmember Squilla?
Aye.
Councilmember Bass?
Aye.
Councilmember Ahmed?
Aye.
And Council President Johnson?
Aye. The ayes are 15, the nays are 0. Majority of all members having voted in affirmative, the bill passes. Let me run that pass again. Council be at ease. Yeah, I knew I was off on that. Officially, the ayes are 14, the nays are 0. Majority of all members having voted in the affirmative, the bill passes. Chief Clerk, please read the title of Bill number 251099.
An ordinance amending Title 20 of the Philadelphia Code entitled Officers and Employees to provide for compensation of the Director of Office of Prison Oversight and members of the Philadelphia Prison Community Oversight Board, and amending Title 21 of the Philadelphia Code entitled Miscellaneous to add a new chapter providing for the powers and duties of Office of Prison Oversight and Philadelphia Prison Community Oversight Board, and the manner in which other officers, employees, and agencies shall fulfill their respective responsibilities with respect to the office and board, all under certain terms and conditions.
This bill having been read on 2 different days, the question now is, shall the bill pass finally? Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Phillips.
Aye.
Councilmember Gilmore Richardson.
Aye.
Councilmember Thomas.
Aye.
Councilmember Jones.
Aye.
Councilmember Losada. Councilmember Young.
Aye.
Councilmember Brooks.
Aye.
Councilmember Harity.
Aye.
Councilmember Driscoll.
Aye.
Councilmember O'Neill.
Aye.
Councilmember Squilla.
Aye.
Councilmember Bass.
Aye.
Councilmember Ahmed.
Aye.
And Council President Johnson.
Aye, the ayes are 14, the nays are 0. Majority of all members having voted in the affirmative, the bill passes. Chief Clerk, please read the title of Bill number 251102.
An ordinance authorizing encroachments in the nature of a sidewalk cafe in the vicinity of 1001 South 10th Street, Philadelphia, PA 19147, under certain terms and conditions.
This bill having been read on 2 different days. The question now is, shall the bill pass finally? Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Phillips.
Aye.
Councilmember Gilmore Richardson.
Aye.
Councilmember Thomas.
Aye.
Councilmember Jones.
Aye.
Councilmember Losada.
Aye.
Councilmember Young.
Aye.
Councilmember Brooks. Councilmember Harity.
Aye.
Councilmember Driscoll.
Aye.
Councilmember O'Neill.
Aye.
Councilmember Squilla.
Aye.
Councilmember Bass.
Aye.
Councilmember Ahmed.
Aye.
And Council President Johnson.
Aye, the ayes are 13, the nays are 0. Majority of all members having voted. Excuse me. The ayes are 14, the nays are 0. Majority of all members having voted in the affirmative, the bill passes. Would the clerk please read the title of Bill number 260025?
An ordinance authorizing the installation, ownership, and maintenance of various encroachments along the 300 block of South Broad Street, Philadelphia, PA 19102, under certain terms and conditions.
This bill having been read on 2 different days. The question now is, shall the bill pass finally? Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Phillips.
Aye.
Councilmember Gilmore Richardson.
Aye.
Councilmember Thomas.
Aye.
Councilmember Jones.
Aye.
Councilmember Losada.
Aye.
Councilmember Young.
Aye.
Councilmember Brooks.
Aye.
Councilmember Harity.
Aye.
Councilmember Driscoll.
Aye.
Councilmember O'Neill. Councilmember Squilla.
Aye.
Councilmember Bass.
Aye.
And Councilmember Ahmed.
Aye.
And Council President Johnson.
Aye. The ayes are 14, the nays are 0. A majority of all members having voted in the affirmative, the bill passes. Chief Clerk, please call the roll. Chief Clerk, please read the title of Bill number 260925. I think somebody put something in my water.
260095. An ordinance authorizing the installation, ownership, and maintenance of an elevator encroachment in the vicinity of 3400 Aramingo Avenue, Philadelphia, PA 19134, under certain terms and conditions.
This bill having been read on 2 different days. The question now is, shall the bill pass finally? Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Phillips.
Aye.
Councilmember Gilmore Richardson.
Aye.
Councilmember Thomas.
Aye.
Councilmember Jones.
Aye.
Councilmember Losada.
Aye.
Councilmember Young.
Aye.
Councilmember Brooks.
Aye.
Councilmember Harity.
Aye.
Councilmember Driscoll.
Aye.
Councilmember O'Neill.
Aye.
Councilmember Squilla.
Aye.
Councilmember Bass.
Aye.
Councilmember Ahmed.
Aye.
And Council President Johnson.
Aye, the ayes are 14, the nays are 0. Majority of all members having voted in the affirmative, the bill passes. Chief Clerk, please read the title of the bill.
Oh.
260115.
An ordinance authorizing Murkesh Kumar Patel, owner and operator of the newsstand at the northwest corner of 34th Street and Convention Avenue and Civic Center Boulevard, to construct, use, and maintain conduits in, under, and across the northwest corner of 34th Street and Convention Avenue and Civic Center Boulevard for the purpose of supplying electrical service to said newsstand, all under certain terms and conditions.
This bill having been read on 2 different days. The question now is, shall the bill pass finally? Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Phillips.
Aye.
Councilmember Gilmore Richardson.
Aye.
Councilmember Thomas.
Aye.
Councilmember Jones.
Aye.
Councilmember Losada.
Aye.
Councilmember Young. Councilmember Brooks.
Aye.
Councilmember Harity.
Aye.
Councilmember Driscoll.
Aye.
Councilmember O'Neill.
Aye.
Councilmember Squilla.
Aye.
Councilmember Bass.
Aye.
Councilmember Ahmed.
Aye.
And Council President Johnson.
Aye, the ayes are 14, the nays are 0. Majority of all members having voted in the affirmative, the bill passes. Chief Clerk, please read the title of Bill number 260131.
An ordinance authorizing the City of Philadelphia to install, own, and maintain right-of-way encroachments on the 76, 7600, 7700, and 7800 blocks of Ogons Avenue, all under certain terms and conditions.
This bill having been read on 2 different days. The question now is, shall the bill pass finally? Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Phillips.
Aye.
Councilmember Gilmore Richardson.
Aye.
Councilmember Thomas.
Aye.
Councilmember Jones.
Aye.
Councilmember Losada.
Aye.
Councilmember Young.
Aye.
Councilmember Brooks. Councilmember Harity.
Aye.
Councilmember Driscoll. Councilmember O'Neill.
Aye.
Councilmember Squilla. Councilmember Bass. Councilmember Ahmed. And Council President Johnson.
Aye, the ayes are 14, the nays are 0. Majority of all members having voted in the affirmative, the bill passes. Chief Clerk, please read the title of Bill number 260132.
An ordinance regulating the direction of movement of traffic on Hermit Street between Manor Street and Manayunk Avenue.
This bill has been read on 2 different days. The question now is, shall the bill pass finally? Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Phillips.
Aye.
Councilmember Gilmore Richardson.
Aye.
Councilmember Thomas.
Aye.
Councilmember Jones.
Aye.
Councilmember Losada.
Aye.
Councilmember Young.
Aye.
Councilmember Brooks.
Aye.
Councilmember Harity.
Aye.
Councilmember Driscoll.
Aye.
Councilmember O'Neill.
Aye.
Councilmember Squilla.
Aye.
Councilmember Bass.
Aye.
Councilmember Ahmed.
Aye.
And Council President Johnson.
Aye, the ayes are 14, the nays are 0. Majority of all members having voted in the affirmative, the bill passes. Chief Clerk, please read the title of Bill number 260161.
An ordinance authorizing the installation, ownership, and maintenance of right-of-way encroachments in various parts of the city under certain terms and conditions.
This bill has been read on 2 different days. The question now is, shall the bill pass finally? Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Phillips.
Aye.
Councilmember Gilmore Richardson.
Aye.
Councilmember Thomas.
Aye.
Councilmember Jones.
Aye.
Councilmember Losada.
Aye.
Councilmember Young.
Aye.
Councilmember Brooks.
Aye.
Councilmember Harity.
Aye.
Councilmember Driscoll.
Aye.
Councilmember O'Neill.
Aye.
Councilmember Squilla.
Aye.
Councilmember Bass.
Aye.
Councilmember Ahmed.
Aye.
And Council President Johnson.
Aye, the ayes are 14, the nays are 0. Majority of all members having voted in affirmative, the bill passes. Council will be at ease. Thank you, Madam Majority Leader. Chief Clerk, please read any additional resolutions on today's calendar.
A privileged resolution honoring and recognizing the women of the Philadelphia Police Department during Women's History Month 2026 for their dedication and service to the safety and well-being of the city of Philadelphia and its residents, introduced by Councilmember Gilmore Richardson on behalf of Council President Johnson.
Chair recognizes Majority Leader Kathleen Gilmore Richardson for a motion on the resolution.
Thank you, Mr. President. On your behalf, I move the adoption of the resolution.
It has been moved and properly seconded that the resolution be adopted. All those in favor will signify by saying aye. Those opposed, the ayes have it, and the resolution is adopted. Chief Clerk, please read the title of the next resolution.
A privileged resolution authorizing the Committee on Legislative Oversight to hold hearings on Philadelphia County's plan to preserve election integrity, voter confidence and participation, and public safety on Election Day, especially amid worries of the federal government's potential deployment of United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement to polling locations, introduced by Councilmember Thomas.
Chair recognizes Councilman Isaiah Thomas for a motion on the resolution.
Thank you, Council President. Thank you to Minority Leader Kendra Brooks as well for your leadership on this issue. And with that spirit, I move for the adoption of the resolution.
It has been moved and properly seconded that the resolution be adopted. All those in favor will signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution is adopted. Chief Clerk, please read the title of the next resolution.
A privileged resolution honoring and recognizing Cheryl Lee Ralph for being named one of Time Magazine's most influential women of the year in 2026, introduced by Councilmember Jones.
Chair recognizes Councilmember Curtis Jones, Jr. for a motion on the resolution.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for the adoption.
It has been moved and properly seconded that the resolution be adopted. All those in favor will signify by saying aye. Those opposed, the ayes have it, and the resolution is adopted. Chief Clerk, please read the title of the next resolution.
A privileged resolution recognizing April as National Donate Life Month and highlighting the critical need for organ donation through the work of the Gift of Life Donor Program, introduced by Councilmember Lozada.
Chair recognizes Councilmember Ketty Lozada for a motion on the resolution.
Thank you, Council President. I move for the adoption of the resolution.
It has been moved and properly seconded that the resolution be adopted. All those in favor will signify by saying aye. Those opposed, the ayes have it, and the resolution is adopted. Chief Clerk, please read the title of the next resolution.
A privileged resolution honoring the Philadelphia Children's Alliance, PCA, and the Department of Human Services, DHS, for their collaboration in preventing child abuse and supporting Philadelphia children and families during Child Abuse Prevention Month in the city of Philadelphia, introduced by Councilmember Lozada.
Chair recognizes Councilmember Ketty Lozada for a motion on the resolution.
Thank you, Council President. I move for the adoption of the resolution.
It has been moved and properly seconded that the resolution be adopted. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed? Ayes have it, and this resolution is adopted. Chief Clerk, please read the title of the next resolution.
A privileged resolution declaring April 4th, 2026 as Women in Tech Day in the city of Philadelphia and recognizing the importance of women in technology, emphasizing their contributions, promoting STEM education and careers for women and girls, and expanding gender equity in the technology field, introduced by Councilmember Lozada on behalf of Councilmember Landau.
Chair recognizes Councilmember Ketty Lozada for a motion on the resolution.
Thank you, Council President. On behalf of Member Landau, I move for the adoption of the resolution.
It has been moved and properly seconded that the resolution be adopted. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution is adopted. Chief Clerk, please read the title of the next resolution.
A privileged resolution honoring women veterans during Women's History Month, recognizing the distinct challenges they face in healthcare, housing, safety, and reintegration, and commending the National Alliance of Women Veterans Incorporated for its advocacy on behalf of women veterans, introduced by Councilmember Young.
Chair recognizes Councilmember Jeffrey J. Young for a motion on the resolution.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for the adoption.
It has been moved and properly seconded that the resolution be adopted. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed? Ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Chief Clerk, please read the title of the next resolution.
A privileged resolution authorizing the Committee on Streets and Services to hold hearings to investigate the installation, inspection, contract oversight, safety, and possible remediation of speed cushions and other traffic calming measures installed in the vicinity of schools in the city of Philadelphia. Introduced by Councilmember Young.
Chair recognizes Councilmember Jeffrey J. Young for a motion on the resolution.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for the adoption.
It has been moved and properly seconded that the resolution be adopted. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution is adopted. Chief Clerk, please read the title of the next resolution.
A privileged resolution recognizing March as Colon Cancer and Rectal Cancer Awareness Month, introduced by Councilmember Brooks.
Chair recognizes Councilmember Kendra Brooks for a motion on the resolution.
Thank you, Council President. I move for the adoption of the resolution.
Second.
It has been moved and properly seconded that the resolution be adopted. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution is adopted. Chief Clerk, please read the title of the next resolution.
A privileged resolution recognizing March as Brain Injury Awareness Month, introduced by Councilmember Brooks.
Chair recognizes Councilmember Kendra Brooks for a motion on the resolution.
Thank you, Council President. I move for the adoption of the resolution.
Second.
It has been moved and properly seconded that the resolution be adopted. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution is adopted. Chief Clerk, please read the title of the next resolution.
A privileged resolution celebrating Viola Sanders for her life's work in advocating for economic justice and welfare rights for the impoverished and underserved in Philadelphia on the occasion of Women's History Month, introduced by Councilmember Brooks.
Chair recognizes Councilmember Kendra Brooks for a motion on the resolution.
Thank you, Council President. I move for the adoption of the resolution.
It has been moved and properly seconded that the resolution be adopted. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution is adopted. Chief Clerk, please read the title of the next resolution.
A privileged resolution honoring and recognizing Mary Nolan and her family for their leadership at the Commodore Barry Arts and Cultural Center, known as the Irish Center in Mount Airy, and their lasting contributions to the Irish American community in recognition of Women's History Month, introduced by Councilmember Bass.
Chair recognizes Councilmember Sidney Bass for a motion on the resolution.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for the adoption of this resolution.
It has been moved and properly seconded that the resolution be adopted. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed? Ayes have it, and the resolution is adopted. Chief Clerk, please read the title of the next resolution.
A privileged resolution recognizing Taiwanese Americans' contribution to the City of Philadelphia and showing support for the City of Philadelphia to strengthen its economic, educational, and cultural ties with the Republic of China, Taiwan, introduced by Councilmember Ahmed.
Chair recognizes Councilmember Dr. Ahmed for a motion on the resolution.
Thank you, Council President. I move for the adoption of the resolution.
It has been moved and properly seconded that the resolution be adopted. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution is adopted. Chief Clerk, please read the title of the next resolution.
Council President, there are no further resolutions in my possession.
That completes our calendar for today. Are there any speeches on behalf of the minority? Chair recognizes Councilmember Kendra Brooks.
Thank you, Council President. Today, in the final council session of Women's History Month, and today we are honoring and celebrating Ms. Viola Sanders. Ms. Sanders was a champion in economic justice and the founder of Philadelphia Welfare Rights Organization. Her legacy lives on in her children and grandchildren, including Salah and Farah Muhammad, who have devoted their lives to building community power here in Philadelphia. I also brought forward a resolution recognizing March as Brain Injury Awareness Month. I worked many years at Marsh Rehab Brain Druggery Center with individuals who experience brain injuries and were adapting to the living conditions that they have. We realized that too many people with brain injuries suffer in silence because their condition does not make it easy for people to recognize on the outside. So increasing awareness is the first step towards folks getting the care that they need and the support that they need to be thriving citizens. I also want to take a moment to recognize colon rectal cancer awareness month in partnership with my colleague, Councilmember Dr. Anthony Phillips. Colorectal cancer is becoming more and more common among younger people and is highly treatable, but is very important if it's detected early. So anyone over the age of 45, this is a reminder to get a colonoscopy. And I also want to recognize that this resolution, I honored some folks on Sunday in a separate venue about fearless women, and I wanted to introduce this in honor of a fearless woman that I know, which is many of us know is Tiffany Harris, who also experienced this and is no longer with us now. She was a huge inspiration to me and inspired me to recommit my life and my faith. And lastly, I want to wish the best to a member of my staff who will be departing my office after this week. Ebony McCoy joined my office as my executive assistant in 2021 and ever since then, she has been quiet but an indispensable leader in my office. Ebony radiates calm, strength, and compassion and good judgment, even on the most chaotic days here in City Hall. The work I have done in the past 4 years would not have been possible without her foresight, careful planning, and steady guidance. She will be greatly missed, but I know that whatever she does next, she will excel in whatever comes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and congratulations. Speeches on behalf of the majority. Chair recognizes Councilmember Isaiah Thomas.
Thank you, Council President. Good afternoon, colleagues. I'm going to be very brief. I just want to first say thank you all for your support as it relates to the prison oversight legislation. That was a 2-year journey that started with, actually more than a 2-year journey now, probably about a 3-4 year journey that actually started with enabling legislation that former Councilmember Gim introduced, that I picked up the baton with, and also worked with Councilmember O'Rourke's office as well, too. So I want to start by thanking them. I also want to thank the many voters who overwhelmingly seen that this is something that we significantly need and voted for it on the budget. I also want to thank Salim Holbrook, who testified today, as well as John Thompson and the Abolitionist Law Center. I want to thank our Chief Public Defender, Keisha Hudson, as well as Tom and Kate on her team and the entire Defenders Association. I want to thank Noah and the entire team from the Pennsylvania Prison Society, and I also want to thank Committee of 70, as well as Mayor Parker, Commissioner Resnick, Chief Public Safety Director Adam Garrett, and every member of the administration and the working group who was able to make that legislation possible. Thank you all. We've made history. I also introduced legislation today to create the Creative PHL office to make it permanent. That will be an initiative that we will ask the voters to support, and I look forward to us continuing to invest in the arts and culture community here in the city of Philadelphia. I also introduced a resolution today in collaboration with, that PHL creative resolution was in collaboration with Councilmember Landau, and in her absence, I want to say thank you to her. Also introduced a resolution today in collaboration with Minority Leader Brooks. There's no secret that we are seeing ICE agents at airports. There are a lot of people who believe that the airport is just a pilot program and a trial run to put ICE agents at polls on election day, and we want to make sure that we avoid that in the city of Philadelphia. So our resolution will examine what we're doing to make sure that our elections are secure and safe. My office has worked with all of our commissioners in the past as it related to election day issues, along with Majority Leader Catherine Gilmore Richardson, and we look forward to continuing that work. Last but not least, thank you to Councilmember Bass. She got my brother here, so I know she's going to recognize him as well. But CEO Andre Noble is my brother. That's my man. He's in City Council today along with the Imhotep family. So thank you to Councilmember Bass for inviting them. For those of you who don't know, Andre Noble is arguably the greatest coach to ever coach in a public league. So we appreciate you being here, brother, and thank you for the work that you do.
Congratulations. Chair recognizes Councilman Dr. Anthony Phillips.
Thank you, Council President. In the 9th District, we've heard directly from neighbors about the importance of making sure their homes are stable and there's always investment in their homes. We can't build stability for homes for neighbors in the 9th District if we have landlords who are not being held accountable for their property ownership. So I'm so proud and so thankful that members of City Council supported the non-resident landlord accountability ordinance, which affirms that property ownership in Philadelphia comes with real responsibilities. What this bill does, it addresses an age-old problem where non-resident landlords are more likely to ignore repair requests. They leave tenants and city inspectors with no way to reach them when it comes to violations. And so what this ordinance does, it requires that all landlords have either themselves or an agent provide a verifiable physical address, a phone number where they can be reached, a local Philadelphia agent, but also current reachable contact information, including email addresses. So no PO boxes or virtual addresses. And so what is this going to do? It's going to impact our neighborhoods to have faster response times, real accountable point of contact, and stronger enforcement of housing safety laws. What we're trying to do is trying to save Philadelphia so that Philadelphia can have an opportunity, residents can have an opportunity to live in peace and tranquility without having landlords who don't care about Philadelphia truly continue to run down our neighborhoods. So I want to thank all the members of City Council who are here today and present and supported this legislation. And my hope is that our administration, led by the Department of License and Inspection, will work closely with us to ensure that this problem is resolved in the future. Thank you so much, Council President.
Thank you, Dr. Phillips. Councilmember Dr. Nina Ahmed.
Thank you, Council President. I just wanted to once again acknowledge our visitor, Ambassador Che-Ching Chiang Lee of Taiwan, and I want to thank the Council President for meeting with him and the delegation who came with them and showed them around. It was a very good conversation, and as an immigrant to this great city, I take pride in welcoming people from all over the world to Philadelphia and showing them what a welcoming place our home is. Thank you again to all my colleagues for unanimously voting on this legislation, the resolution that was introduced, and putting that into the record, legislative record. And very briefly moving on, I want to again acknowledge my position on school closures, for advocating for all of this to be reviewed, and advocating particularly for one school, which is the Lankanaw Environmental Magnet School. I just had an op-ed published in the Philadelphia Tribune titled "Closing Lankanaw Undermines Environmental Justice Education." And I laid out how explicitly how closing Lankanaw would be an injustice, not only to its students, but to our city as a whole. The only environmental science magnet school, and if we close it, we are destroying a valuable public asset. Our children deserve a safe space to grow academically, physically, emotionally, and by closing Lankanaw, the district is taking that resource away from some of our most vulnerable students. And so I continue to stand with Lankanaw and all the students, parents, educators impacted by school closures across the city. So I thank you, Council President, and yield back.
Thank you very much. Chair recognizes Councilman Cindy Bass.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm going to be brief. I just wanted to make two announcements. One is that I wanted to remind my colleagues that, as my colleague Isaiah Thomas mentioned, we have MHOTEP here to talk about their STEM program and all of the work that they've done abroad. So, you know, I don't know about Andre Noble's basketball skills. You know, like I'm not, it's not my lane, but I do know on the academic side, right, he's bringing something to the table there. So we want to, you know, check him out and all the good work he does with the students at MHOTEP. And we look forward to hearing from them. So we really hope that we can get every member to stop by just for at least a few minutes and hear from our students. And also feel free to bring a staffer, number one. Number two, this coming Saturday from 9 to 12, we're going to be doing a street renaming that we mentioned previously for Saudia Schuler. Many of you know Saudia from, you know, some of her posts on social media, but you also might know her from some of the just, you know, enormous giveaways, whether it's food or, you know, things people need back to school, all kinds of activities that she does for community, and she does them out of her own pocket. So we thought it would be a good thing to name the intersection of Broad Street at Pike, Saudia Schuler Way. We really hope folks can come out. It's going to be, again, this coming Saturday between 9 and 12 at that intersection. So please come and participate and be a part of this momentous occasion. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Chair recognizes Councilman Jeffrey J. Young.
Thank you, Mr. President. First, I want to thank Councilmember Brooks for introducing the resolution, you know, just raising awareness of traumatic brain injury. It's very personal to me because when I was 11 years old, my mother was in a terrible car accident where she was in a coma for weeks. She had to learn how to walk, talk, eat, everything again over in life. She was in Moss Rehab for 4 months, learning how to, you know, be a person again. And so there's a very big stigma about how people with brain injuries, you know, it seems to be invisible because they just don't know. But my mom has been disabled technically since I was 12 years old. And so, you know, it's very important that we raise awareness for these types of issues because it just, you know, it caused turmoil in my life, right? I mean, a house got foreclosed on, we had to move back to the projects. It was a lot of stuff happening, right? So, you know, just thank you for that awareness because this is real and people live with that every single day. I also want to thank Councilwoman Brooks and Council President for their significant contributions to our Ramadan toy drive. We had an amazing post-Eid toy giveaway this past weekend at Penn Road Recreation Center. It would not have been a success without those who donated and our partners, the Philly Majlis, Councilmember Jones, the Philadelphia City Commissioners, Commissioner Omar Sabir, the Mayor's Office of Muslim Engagement, and the Department of Parks and Recreation. This really brought out families in North Philadelphia and families made friendships with one another because they had a common bond over their religion and now they know each other and are going to continue to be in community with one another. As we close out the month of March, you know, I want to recognize women veterans for Women's History Month for their service, their sacrifice, and their leadership have often gone unseen and unrecognized. Women veterans are one of the fastest growing segments of the veteran communities, and our policies and commitments must reflect that reality. I also want to recognize the National Alliance of Women Veterans, Inc. for their decades of advocacy, support, and empowerment for women veterans in Philadelphia. We held a school facilities plan meeting this week in Fairmount to discuss the plan for Bashmar, Warren, and Robert Morris school communities. Parents, students, educators, and neighbors raised concerns about overcrowding, aging buildings, swing spaces, lack of transparency, etc. So just so folks know who are coming in here, we are working on issues that affect your everyday life, particularly when it comes to education in our school district. Just because you don't see us in this chamber working on that at that moment does not mean that we aren't doing it, right? So let that be clear. We're working hard each and every day to ensure that our residents can get the best education that our school district of Philadelphia can provide. But what we heard, it was a clear, consistent message from the community that they don't really want this plan to move forward. They want to go back to the drawing board and come back with a plan that is stronger, more transparent, and truly responsive to community needs. Our residents are the experts on the ground, and they are not asking to be informed after the fact. They're demanding a seat at the table. So again, as I have been doing from the beginning, I urge the school board to listen, engage, and do the right thing. Today we also, with the support of our colleagues, we passed legislation for projects in the Turnkey program. So there are going to be 20 affordable homes in the North Philadelphia area. These homes in particular are a different model. They're going to be condos. So if you don't want that space of a single family home in a tight, dense area, you can be a homeowner in a condo unit. We have to start looking at different types of home ownership options, give our community options to continue to create viable communities. So I thank my colleagues for supporting us in those efforts and passing those resolutions today. And finally, Mr. President, we introduced a resolution authorizing the Committee on Streets and Services to hold a hearing on speed cushions and traffic calming measures near schools across Philadelphia. There have been recent findings, particularly by the Controller's Office, that questions whether what was designed on paper is being properly delivered in the field when it comes to some of these traffic calming measures and speed cushions. So we have an obligation to take a closer look to not to undermine that goal, but to ensure that it's being achieved safely, consistently, and with accountability. So as the chair of the Streets and Services Committee, I intend to convene a hearing that brings together all stakeholders in this process to voice your concerns and just provide some oversight with this process. So we're going to ask the public, to trust these safety investments around our schools, that we need to be confident that they're built correctly, inspected properly, and functioning as they intended. So I look forward to having that conversation and others. So thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Chair recognizes Councilman Mark Squilla.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just wanted to have everybody know that there's a flag placed on your kiosks today, and they'll be celebrating the annual birthday of the Philadelphia flag with a flag raising tomorrow at noon. Or welcome to attend. Hope to see members there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And before we call on Member Thomas to adjourn, I wish everyone a happy Easter and Resurrection Sunday and happy spring break for all of our children. With that being said, the chair recognizes Councilman Isaiah Thomas for a motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Council President. Agree with you. Happy holidays to everybody. With that being said, I move that council stands adjourned until Thursday, April 9th, 2026 at 10 a.m.
It has been moved and properly seconded that this council stand adjourned until Thursday, April 9th, 2026 at 10 a.m. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Anybody opposed? Ayes have it, and this council is adjourned.